And then here are some very simple yet clever ways to use type. So with some simple changes, a word can be very strong, and in this case really creepy. And you don't need filters to create a strong, memorable piece. In fact, if you want to put together a portfolio for an art school or an art department, they want to see how you use type, and that is not with filters. They want to see that you know how to use type as it is, doing clever and beautiful things. So this is a pretty clever and creepy thing. So using the B with those 3 lumps and the E. Having this go thick to thin is clever for that word. Echo, echo, echo. Feels like an echo. Hiccup, just making that I pop up, feels like a hiccup. This is a good one, Titanic, so it feels like it's sinking, and it's just a big thick word that was rotated. Disoriented. So this word disoriented looks like what the word means. So letters are turned around and upside down, backwards. Inside. So I immediately look and I see this is a student work. Between the D and the E, this could be pulled in a little bit more. So that kerning could be pulled in, less kerning. And oops. This was a clever one. Somebody typed oops and then used the brush to make it longer here. Scream. This feels like scream. And this was done by typing scream and using the opacity tool, so making that word a little bit less in opacity so that you can see through to the next word behind it. Here's a clever one. So transition. So this looks like it's transitioning around to the other side. Or disruption. So the word disruption is disrupted by the R, which is rotated and sticking up a little bit. Compression. So just like that crash, you've got this huge amount of tracking or kerning here, and it gets less and less and less and less and less and less until these words are compressed together. Expansion, so you just have expansion here, and then with a lower opacity in the background, you've got expansion with a lot of tracking. And really, these simpler solutions really look better than adding a bunch of filters. Migration. Migration is a tough one. So you think of migration, maybe birds, or migration of people. So these letters are sort of migrating. At one point, we had an assignment and someone took a picture of birds, put it on their desktop or in Illustrator, and then used the letters to kind of follow the birds, and then took away the picture of the birds, and so then they did get this beautiful pattern of letters. Elimination, and this is clever because the T is being eliminated. Or repetition. But even though this is very simple and repetition is in the bottom right corner and you have these O's of different sizes moving up, just in itself these are laid out beautifully. So even in the simplicity of this design, things are placed just right. So your homework here is you're going to convey the meaning of your word using only type. So you're using only black and white, no color, no filters, no funky typefaces. So, if you have anger, you can't download a really angry typeface because then all you would be doing is typing in anger. You'll do 1 per page, horizontal, so landscape, and 4 final compositions. So you'll pick the one word and you'll do it 4 different ways. 2 of those will be mounted on black paper, so that will be the presentation. And definitely sketch first, because that is how you gain many ideas. And print out any extra ideas that you have. So see the word assignment on WebCT for all of the details.